we'll see the winners of 4 straight, the Missouri Tigers, taking on the winners of 3 straight, the Georgia Bulldogs. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. Missouri about to kick off to lift the lid on this one. The returner will field it and try to do some business. So Georgia's offense takes the field to start this game off. And are we ever lucky to see these 2 great quarterbacks in action here today? And Jesse, it won't be long before we'll see them squaring off on Sundays.
Yeah, these guys can both stress the defense for similar reasons, and we've seen it all year long, right? Both guys have tremendous arm talent, and both guys can hurt you running the football as well. So these defenses are really going to have to be careful with how they try and defend these 2 quarterbacks, David. This one could come down to which guy has the ball last.
Yeah, which is really, really cool. A big showdown. They know what's on the line. Man, these are 2 huge names. You know, brand versus brand. Big-time baller versus big-time baller. Trying to come out on top. Yeah, defenses, I feel bad for them today. That's not what this is about. This is about the QBs.
Looking for a man. It's Coates. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Georgia comes quickly to the line. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Intercepted in the first drive, ends with a pick. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Well, statistically, this defense is not one of the better units against the pass. They're trying to change that here today. What a great job tracking the ball down, making a play on it, stabbing it out of the air for a big interception early. That should be massive for their confidence.
This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. They'll run behind the big guys on the right. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Leaves it with the running back. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage, he'll lose a yard. The dogs are barking and growling and trying to hold him here on 3rd down. The give to the running back from the shotgun. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise.
Well, they're able to get a field goal, put 3 points up on the board after getting that interception. You would have liked to have seen the offense do a little bit more with that possession, give themselves an opportunity to score a touchdown. But listen, teams will take 3 points any way they can get it.
Bringing it out. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They're going to need to get something started, finding themselves in a 3-0 hole. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Picked up some yardage with that completion, now 2nd down. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
Finds a man on the right. So important to convert these 3rd downs, and they get it done. They'll have it at the 42.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That That's where he was going with it. And the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
They'll give it to the back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Georgia going up tempo. Looking to pass. It's Coates. Working that left side now. Slips a tackle and he's got room. This Georgia offense moving quickly down the field. Looking to throw on first down. Finds his big tight end. And he was able to shed a tackle and pick up the first down before they finally get him on the ground.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
Quickly complete. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. They're going back to the ground. Oh, he was in the backfield immediately. A 3-yard loss. Not many hiccups on this drive, but it's 2nd and 13 now. Off play action. Grabbed over the middle. It's Cooks. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Motion from the wide receiver. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Got his man on the right. And that stiff arm is a weapon for this runner. He uses it and picks up a first down. He'll keep it himself. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. That's it for the period, and Missouri has the lead. We put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. They've switched into the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the second. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. To throw, it's Coates. Here comes the heat. Touchdown, Bulldogs! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
And that kind of toughness is something you can't coach in quarterbacks. You either have it or you don't. Being able to deliver strikes like that for touchdowns when you know you are going to get absolutely popped, man, it is hard to find QBs like that. This offense has one.
Lining up to add another. And the extra point makes it 7-3. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. West Virginia is running away with this one. Give that O an A+, and belt out another verse of Country Roads. They're up by 17 over the Bluebirds. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business.
There he goes. And he's got enough for the first down. It'll be at the 35. So much for the tough field position. One play, and you're already to the 35. Looking for a gap. It's Fry. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Stuck with a running game on first down. Now here they come again. Back to pass. Hauls it in. And he won't quite get there. But boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. He'll keep it on the sneak.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. To the air on 2nd down. Just couldn't find a hole in this defense. They were ready for him and forced him out of bounds, and no gain on the play. This dog crowd is off the leash, and they are coming after them, bringing noise on third down. Bringing the heat. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up. So Missouri will have to punt it away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin them deep. Make sure that there's not going to be a return on this when ball's out of bounds, and I think they'll mark it right around the 25. To the air, it's Coates. Gets it out fast. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
Good pick up, a little bit short of the sticks. Georgia comes quickly to the line. They're going to go to the air on third and short. Got his man on the right. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. Wants to fire on second down. Get it out on the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. He's brought down at the 49. That is well short of the first down. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Punt is in the air. Going to make sure he doesn't get a return on this one as the punt bounces out of bounds. Looking downfield on first down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. After the incompletion, they go back up top. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. On third down, he drops the throw. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Hits him inside the 20, still going. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. A late hit moves the ball up 15 yards. It can get frustrating chasing that quarterback, but you got to pull up. The roughing the passer penalty gives him the first down. Give to the running back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
You know, you're in the red zone. You bring out a bunch of tight ends on the field. For the defense, they were expecting to run on that one. They were physical, and they were able to force the negative play.
Motion from the back. They'll go to work in the air on second down. He's got his man. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. They'll try to pass it in on third and goal. It's complete on the right side. Touchdown, Missouri! Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score. When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
And the extra point gives them a 3 lead. To 7. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. Back to throw, it's Cooks. Makes the catch, it's Cooks. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. The Dogs can really attack on this second and short. Looking to go up top and times running out in the half. Finds a tight end down the gut. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Looking to throw on first down. They're working that left side. Defense uses the sideline there, and he gets it into plus territory at the 49. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Finding an escape route. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, looks like we've had a compelling start to things there in Athens. And this linebacker has left his big old paw prints all over this first half. He's been clogging running lanes and forcing turnovers, and even when he's not doing something that shows up on the stat sheet, he's preventing that offense from doing so. A young man with all-American potential. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Dooley Field inside Sanford Stadium.
Ready to get things going here in the second half as Georgia about to kick it away. Coming out with it, it's Graves. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. Punches ahead, they'll give him a yard to the 13. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. From the gun, the ground game. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. The Dogs are off the leash and coming after him on third down. Firing to the right, complete. Missouri will have to send out the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. They'll leave it with him. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. The Bulldogs come to the line in the hurry-up.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the side.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Just a short return, but that would have been icing on the cake. They've got it first down at the 42.
And this guy's showing off his hands again, understanding where the football's going. He breaks on the football so quick. And guess what? He makes plays when he breaks on it. That's 2 interceptions here through 3 quarters of a football game.
Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Wants to go up top. Pressure coming. Nowhere to go, and the ball racing to the right. Defense trying to take it back. Touchdown, Georgia. The defense putting points on the board. They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're up 14-10. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, you could make a case this is the game of the week in the SEC. Tennessee is on top, but it's not like Peyton Manning or T. Martin are playing quarterback today, which is why they can't pull away. They're up by 6 over Florida.
The give to the single back.
Implications galore inside the SEC, and we'll circle back if anything big should happen.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Back to pass on second down. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Oh, the offense lucky to fall on that loose football.
Woo. Deep breath, right? Man, you fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, no secret what he needs here. And he can't make the connection on his first attempt. Let's see if he settles down. So Missouri will have to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He's got great speed. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. The defense made a play with that interception to set them up. Now to see if they can cash it in. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Georgia going up tempo.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Oh, he's got some space. They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30.
And that's a great sign for this offense because this year we know there's been a little bit of inconsistency, and I think the biggest problem has been...
Makes the catch. They will score. Touchdown, Dogs.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. He'll take the return, try to get better field position. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Wants to go up top on first down. They get to him as he throws. He's got it. And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Kept it on the ground on first down. Now back to the line. From the gun, to give, looking for room. Pass to sticks him still on his feet. Oh, the offense fortunate to fall on that one, and they'll live to fight another play. We've reached the break, and Georgia is on top. They've built a cushion. They've got a nice lead. Now the task is finish the deal as you take a look at the third quarter stats. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Wants to throw on first down. Heaves it deep. Makes the catch at the 20. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14.
Well, you're down 2 possessions. The defense knows you're going to take shots, so it's not going to be easy. But how about that explosive play and a 50-50 ball? Guy comes down with it, and that is perfect. You've got to score quick and get the ball back quickly here to win this game.
He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. Rides to the back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on third. Touchdown, Tigers! The offense puts up 6 for that trip to the end zone. Field shrinks, tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way, but you're dang right. That guy is so big. A lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
Now they'll try to get the 2 and make it a 3-point game late. He's looking to throw. It's incomplete, so the 2-point conversion no good, but there is a flag on the play. When you're trying to protect a lead, you just simply cannot have a personal foul penalty at this stage in the game. He is denied, no good on the 2-point try, and the lead remains at 5. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Power football with the run. Get some work done there. Pick up a 4 to the 22. And the Bulldogs are in the hurry-up.
Man, how about this offense, man? Being able to succeed, still winning without their bell cow, without their star being their star. This offense has not had a great game on the ground, but they're still in the lead.
Here comes the hurry-up. Looking downfield, it's Coates. Fires to the wideout. On target to the left. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
Really nice execution by this offense. This is the time, right? Late in the football game, got to get a few first downs to preserve this lead, to get out of here with the W. They trust their quarterback. They protect him. They get the first down.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
And the Dogs are on the move.
And that hurts on defense, giving up the first on the ground like that. We're in a one-possession game. You've got all 3 timeouts. I think you got to start.
Unleashes one deep. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Makes the grab. It's Cooks. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Here's an interception. Oh, did they need that turnover? No real chance on the return, but they've got it at the 34.
Dude, talk about having to have it. We needed to force the turnover. We had to get the football back. They're in such a good position to run out the clock, try to win. No, sir. Our ball, first down.
Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. They cut into this lead the last time they had it, and now here in the 4th, a chance to move on top with a score. Took a shot as he threw. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. And the timing just a hair off. These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Scoops it up, still a live ball.
The ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep 2 hands on the ball as well. And they're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
Missouri will have to send out the punt team. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. Picks up the first down. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield, it's Coates. Quickly complete. They make the stop, but the sweet throw and catch is plenty to give them a first down. Georgia hunkers down in the red zone. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Right on the money. They make the stop at the 2, but he's got enough to give them a first and goal. 2-minute timeout arrives, and this defense desperately needs to get the football back. Don't want to risk anything here. The quarterback takes a knee. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Go straight ahead. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Bulldogs! They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
And with the extra point, the lead is a dozen here in the 4th. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. Troy has opened up a can right now, and based on what we've seen, I'm not sure anything is going to change. They're up by 21 over Arkansas State. Anything can happen down the stretch here in the Sun Belt. It's why we're here to keep you posted, fellas.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Under fire. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Back to pass. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Defense got it. They're on the run. Touchdown, Georgia. The defense takes matters into its own hands. With that, the lead nice and comfortable, and they're cruising toward a 4-0 start. These guys are starting to separate themselves a little bit now, and it could get ugly if there's no answer coming up.
Nail, meat, coffin. You know, we're supposed to keep everybody involved in this game, right? Keep them excited, a reason to tune in. Well, I don't got one. This is over.
And no problem on the extra point as they push the lead to 19 here in the 4th. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. To the air on 1st down. Oh, they're after him. Picks up the ball and tries to make something of it.
Man, those are backbreakers. Defensively, you get so excited. You force the fumble, I'm going to get a turnover. And the offense falls.
And they'll spike the ball to try to save as much time as they can. And the Tigers come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on 3rd down. Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be 4th down. No signs of any kind of kicker as they'll leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's 4th down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Now the chance to take a knee and just put the finishing touches on this victory.
Yeah, and this offense has done their job, man. They've been so productive, built the lead. Listen, their defense has pulled their weight as well. But now, Jesse, you get to exhale, you get to breathe, and you know we got the W, and we played well.
And we got to think about where we're taking our girlfriend and parents for dinner, right? What side are we ordering with our giant steak? We've earned it in this game. Now it's time to go celebrate.
Back to pass, it's Coates. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. He's got enough for the 1st down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line. Timeout is called with just a single second left.
Timeout, Georgia.
One more play to pad the stats. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires to the right. One last incompletion, and that'll do it. A strong, methodical, workmanlike effort from this team. No frills, just get the job done and get the win.
I love when you describe my teams like that. Just consistent, methodical, strong. I don't have to do things special every single week. All I'm supposed to do